All glory to Him. All glory to Him. Guru Shri Goswami. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 When you read, I will get to chapter 11, text 25. Okay. Okay.
Canto 11, Chapter 11, The Symptoms of Living Entities, Text 25. Satsanga labdhaya bhaktya Vaimamsa upashita Savai me darshitam sadbhi Anjasa vindate padam Satsanga labhaya bhaktya Vaimamsa upashita Savai me darshitam sadbhi Anjasa vindate padam
Satsangalabdaya bhaktya
Mahimamsa upashita
Savai me darshitam sadbhir
Anjasa vindate padam Satsanga labdaya bhaktya Mahimamsa upashita Savai me darshitam sadbhir Anjasa vindate padam Satsanga labdaya bhaktya Mahimamsa upashita Savai me darshitam sadbhir Anjasa vindate padam.
Mataji's.
Mahimamsa upashita Savai me darshitam sadbhir Anjasa vindate padam
Sat of the devotees of the Lord, Sangha by the association, Labdhaya obtained, Bhaktya by devotion, Mai to me, Mam of me, Saha he, Upasita worshipper, Saha that very person, by undoubtedly, me my darshitam revealed, Sadbhi by my pure devotees, Anjasa, very easily, Vindate, achieves, Padam, my lotus feet, or my eternal abode. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki. One who has obtained pure devotional service by association with my devotees always engages in worshipping me. Thus he very easily goes to my abode, which is revealed by my pure devotees. Please repeat. One who has obtained pure devotional service by association with my devotees always engages in worshipping me. Thus he very easily goes to my abode, which is revealed by my pure devotees. Purport. In the previous verses, Lord Kṛṣṇa has emphasized the value of surrendering to Him in loving service. One may ask how such surrender or devotion is actually achieved. The Lord gives the answer in this verse. One must live in a society of devotees, and thus automatically one will be engaged 24 hours a day in the various processes of devotional service, beginning with Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam, hearing, glorifying, and remembering the Lord. The pure devotees of the Lord can reveal the spiritual world by their transcendental sound vibration, making it possible for even a neophyte devotee to experience the Lord's abode. Being thus enlivened, the neophyte makes further progress and gradually becomes qualified to personally serve the personality of Godhead in the spiritual world. By constantly associating with devotees and learning from them about devotional service, one quickly achieves a deep attachment for the Lord and the Lord's service, and such attachment gradually matures into pure love of Godhead. Foolish persons say that the various mantras composed of names of God, as well as all other mantras, are merely material creations with no special value, and therefore any so-called mantra or mystic process will ultimately produce the same result. To refute such superficial thinking, the Lord here describes the science of going back home, back to Godhead. One should not accept the bad association of impersonalists who state that the holy name formed qualities and pastimes of the Lord are Maya or illusion. Maya is actually an insignificant potency of the Almighty personality of Godhead. And if one ignorantly tries to elevate illusion above the absolute truth, one will never experience love of Godhead and will be cast into deep forgetfulness of the Lord. One should not associate with those who are envious of the fortunate devotees who are going back to Godhead. Such envious persons deride the abode of the Lord, which is revealed by the pure devotees to those who have faith in the Lord's message. Envious persons create disturbances among people in general who take shelter of the faithful devotees of the Lord. Unless people hear from pure devotees, it is impossible for them to understand that there is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, eternally existing in His own abode, which is self-luminous, full of bliss and knowledge. In this verse, the importance of Sangha, association, is clearly explained.
Very touching. Om Jnānativedasya Jnānanjanasakya Chakshurudanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manavisham Bhaktamena Bhutale Vandeham Shri Guru
Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagadhanam Sajivam Sadhaitam Savadutam परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं
Shri Radha
कृष्ण बालान् सगुणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च
He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandhu Jagapate
गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते
Tapta
कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये
Vanchākalpatarvyaśya
कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
Hare
कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the Bhagavatam class. Satsanga labdhaya bhaktya mahimam sa upasita. Sabe me dashitam sadbir jasavinate palam. So, Lord Krishna is instructing Uddhava for the process of devotional service. And in this verse, Lord is explaining one important purpose. When one associates the devotee, he can cultivate devotional service. This verse highlights the importance of sadhu sangha. We read our scriptures, we see this point comes up again and again. Spiritual association. Associate with spiritualists and avoid the association of children. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a very famous word. Sadhu Sangha, Avamata Sadhu Sangha. Krishna's Kaviraj states, even for a fraction of a second, you associate with an everyday devotee, your spiritual life can begin. The devotees are anxious to stay in devotee Sangha. In Narada Muni explains to Dhruva Maharaj in the 4th canto. One can possibly have 3 levels of association. You can associate with those who are more advanced. Secondly, associate with those who are equally advanced. And third is, what is the third? Associate with devotees who are less advanced. And how should one behave? Narada Muni explains, but if you have the opportunity to associate with somebody who is more advanced, you should become joyful. Why? Because you're going to receive knowledge of the process of pure devotion. Just like you may be suffering from some disease, but as soon as you associate with an expert doctor in that field, you feel relieved, maybe he may have a cure. So if when you associate with somebody more advanced, you receive spiritual knowledge. And that's why one is joyful. He has the opportunity to associate with one who is more advanced. In the Bhagavatam, it is stated, just like when peacocks see clouds for the first time in the rainy season, they dance in ecstasy. Well, I can tell you why. Let me Bhagavatam gives us an example. Just like a peacock, when they see the clouds for the first time in the rainy season, they dance in ecstasy. And the Bhagavatam says, similarly, if a devotee has the opportunity to associate with somebody more advanced, he's joyful. Because he's going to get answers and knowledge. Then, the second level of association is associating with those who are equally advanced. How do we behave if we have the opportunity to associate with those who are equally advanced? Well, what does one do? Make friendship. Friendship in spiritual life means we help each other to progress spiritually. We help each other to execute devotional. Friendship in material life means we facilitate each other's sense enjoyment. And if you can't do that, then they end up in separation of life or divorce. But in spiritual life, friendship means we work together to spread the message of love. In these fourth canto, we read about Narada Muni instructing the Pracheta. And the Supreme Lord said, I'm very pleased by all of you. All of you have one main occupation. What's that? Devotional. The Lord was very pleased with the Pracheta because they all had one main occupation. That is devotional. So, when you have the opportunity to be associated with those who are equally devoted, you make friends. Friendship means we serve the Lord together. We go out preaching together, execute service together. That is friendship. And real friendship is when you have your colleagues on the path of devotion. And what happens? How do you behave? You associate with somebody, that's it all. What do? We display compassion. Compassion is one of the characteristics of a devotee. In third canto, Devahoti, Avtameen, one who descends from the spiritual world. And she asked him, how can I become free from the entanglement of both of them? The son was very happy with the question. He responded by saying, devotion. And she wanted to know, how can I get this knowledge of devotion to her? And the Lord said, I serve. So, a devotee, para dukkha, seeing others in distress, he becomes distressed. So, when you have the opportunity to associate with those who are less advanced, you display compassion. Compassion on the spiritual path is exhibited by a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava is always compassion. A Vaishnava doesn't believe in tit for tat. He believes in compassion. And compassion means endeavoring to give spiritual knowledge. So, association is a must. And in the Chaitanya Charitamrita they say, Satsanga Tyaga, give up the association of non-devotees. Now, you have to associate with devotees. You have to associate with non-devotees to be practical. Even when you go to preach, it's not that everyone you meet on the road, the Hare Krishna devotees. Most of them are critical, etc. We go out, we associate with non-devotees, only to the extent it is necessary, not beyond that. And if we stay in devotee association, we will always be reminded about the importance of spiritual life. Prabhupada said, I have created this International Society of Krishna Consciousness to give everyone an opportunity to associate, engage in devotional service. In Prabhupada's example, we saw wherever he went, giving association, people got to respond. So, we should look for devotee association. So, Devahudi, when she inquired from her son, so how could she become free from the entanglement of birth and death? The son said, by executing devotional service. Then she wanted to know, how do I get this knowledge of devotion? How do I get this knowledge? And what did the son say? By associating with saintly people. So, saintly association is highly recommended. And in English it's a proverb. There's a statement. A man is known and accompanying. What do you recognize for him? You think what type of association he has. If he's interested in the spiritual path, he will associate with transcendental. If he's interested in spiritual life, a drunkard hangs around with another drunkard. A gambler associates with another gambler. Similarly, a transcendental associates with those who have the transcendental way. Those who are also interested in cultivating spiritual life. Devotee was explained by her son, by associating with her son. And Lord Gopāl said, one should transfer the attachment we have for individual to get attached to a saintly person. What does it mean, get attached to a saintly person? It actually means get attached to his instruction. Vapu and Vani. Vapu is a transcendental form. Vani is the instruction. And of the two, which is important? One. So, saintly person is recognized what he speaks, what he offers. So, Devotee wants to know, how can I cultivate devotion? She said by Sadhu Sangha. Then in the Bhagavatam 3rd canto, there is a very beautiful verse to describe about the importance of devotion, the importance of devotee association. How one can associate with devotees and cultivate spiritual life. By associating with devotees, we find it easier to execute devotion. For example, if you were all alone in Toronto, you would not be able to execute devotional service easily. But if you are in the association of devotees, like Gopāl says, then it becomes easy to execute devotional service. So staying in the association of devotees is paramount. In the purport, Prabhupada is saying that those who are interested in spiritual life know the value of the holy name of the Lord. But there are those who have not taken, who do not take to the process of chanting. What do? They criticize and say, these names of God are not spiritual, they are material. And Prabhupada makes a point that these names of God are completely spiritual. And how do you surrender to the Lord? And knowledge you get by devotee association. In the purport, Prabhupada says, by devotee association, you can be inspired to follow the path of Shravanam and Kirtanam. Shravanam and Kirtanam are most important for cultivating spiritual life. Prahlad's mother was carrying Prahlad in the womb, and the demigod came to drag her to the residence, with the intention that the child would be born, they would kill the child. Because they were thinking that the child was going to be demon. Now the Muni appeared in the scene and said, no, you won't be able to kill a child in the womb of this lady, a great sage. So now the Muni instructed Prahlad's mother on the path of devotion service. So, Prahlad was asked by his father, then, describe to me, what is the best subject you learn in school? And what did he say? So Shravanam and Kirtanam are the foundation for spiritual life. Shravanam and Kirtanam means hearing and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was on the tour of South India, and he met this great devotee, Ramananda Roy, and on the banks of the river Godavari. Before he started his trip, Bhattacharya had told the Mahaprabhu that when you go to the tour of Southern India, you're going to meet a great sage who can give you transcendental knowledge. So, Prahlad had earthly knowledge from Narada. So that is Prahlad's father. And Prahlad sat on his lap. And very lovingly he said, Prahlad, describe to me all the subjects that you've studied. What is most important? And what did Prahlad say? He recited it. The ninefold process of devotion. And when his father heard that, took a child off his lap. So a devotee stays in devotee association because he knows that being in devotee association, I'm going to hear about the transcendental glory of the Lord. So we should all be anxious to stay in devotee association. Prabhupada formed this International Society. For what purpose? To facilitate these six rasas. We discuss the six rasas in lecture instruction. So, hearing and chanting is most important. Now, the materialists say, the impersonal materialists who maintain that these names of God are not spiritual, they're material. So here Prabhupada said, these names of God are purely spiritual. And because they're purely spiritual, you go chanting day and night. Don't get tired. You ever feel you've chanted the holy names, now you're tired, or you don't have to do? Does anyone feel like that? No. Because the holy name is transcendental. And it is descending from the spiritual world. And you want the names of God. If you chant it day and night, you will not get tired. In the material world, nobody enjoys the work he's doing. For example, if we were enjoying, why would we look forward to holidays? Just like this is currently a long weekend in Canada. So where is everybody? Who can afford it? Get out on the beaches and everything. And the country homes. Because they get tired of doing their work in office and they want to pay. The children go to school. They get tired after some time. They want a holiday. The legal system all over the world gives you more holidays than any other profession. So, in material life, people don't enjoy what they're doing. And therefore they look forward to variety, change, etc. So, if you are in the association of devotees, then you will receive transcendental knowledge. There are scriptures, there are so many examples of how people got saved in devotee association. Now the Muni was passing through the forest when he saw half-killed animals everywhere. So he said, who is this criminal who is half-killing these animals? And who was the criminal? The guy. The guy was a hunter. His family profession was hunting. And made his living this way. So Magari had hid himself behind the bushes when he saw Narada Muni coming. And when he heard Narada Muni saying, "Who is that criminal?" without cutting his animal. Magari came forward and said, "It's I. This is my family profession." But Narada Muni's association, he got so purified that in future he would put his feet on the ground. We make sure that there was no ant there also. Magari initially said, "If I stop the profession, how will I support my family?" God used to kill animals and sell them. And he used to half kill them because he enjoyed it. And when he explains to him the simple reaction to the whole. So the hunter was so purified. And then later on, Narada Muni was passing by with Parvata Muni, and Narada Muni said, "Let me see, I'm a disciple here, how are you doing?" And when they were going, when they approached Magari's house, the guy was coming to greet his guru, and he was so careful that he would not even step forward. So this is an example that I've heard many times. But this example just shows you how criminal can also be formed. Srila Prabhupada went to the West. He brought the Vedic teaching as they were. He brought up first the ship came to Boston. The captain of the ship, Prabhupada to see the city. And Prabhupada, when he saw how addicted the science materialist world, he said, "You brought me here. I don't know who to take it." Prabhupada was also known as 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐭𝐫𝐚𝐜𝐿 means wait. Then he said, "However, by Radharani's mercy, anything is possible." So, Prabhupada wrote this poem and eventually wrote this poem. And he gave it an association. So many examples of how there's a moment's association transforms people's lives. Prabhupada had gone to the Soviet Union for 5 days on visa. At that time, Soviet Union was purely communistic and atheistic. Prabhupada went there, took heavy risk, and made one devotee, trained him as a devotee, who preached on behalf of Prabhupada, and the movement spread from it. So, sadhu sangha. Sometimes we devotees don't value sadhu sangha. Sometimes we devotees think we indulge in fault finding. We indulge in fault finding, and we don't realize the importance of sadhu sangha. We should be eager to associate, and if we're not keen to associate with devotees, our spiritual life will be in danger. We should be keen to associate with devotees. So, in this verse, the Lord is saying that my devotees, by associating with devotees, engage in worshipping me. When you associate with devotees, you get inspired to execute devotional living. And thus he, very easy, worship my abode, which is revealed by pure devotee. Pure devotee is also and advanced devotee. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, we read about Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj had observed austerity. Why? He wanted a kingdom more opulent than even the King. So, Dhruva Maharaj had undergone so many austerity. So the Lord said, Dhruva, I am pleased with you. For my pleasure, you have performed so many austerities. Please ask me for any benediction that you may desire. Any. And what did Dhruva say? Please give me the association of advanced devotees. Because if I am an advanced devotee, I will hear about making spiritual advancement. If I am in the company of advanced devotees, I will get spiritual knowledge. So, we will say, if you want to give me any benediction, please give me the benediction. I may stay with advanced devotees. Maharaj also underwent all of this. The Lord said, Prahlad, my satisfaction, you underwent so many. I think any benediction. Well, Prahlad, if you want to give me a benediction, please give me a benediction that all my material desires may get smashed. All my material desires may be crushed. That's what he asked. The devotee, if we ask for any benediction, and benediction is related to advancing on the spiritual path. Now, in the purport, Prabhupada also talks about envious people. All the envious do not engage in devotional service. And the envious person, that's just informed. Envy should be uprooted. Envy, because of envy, what do? We engage in falsehood, criticizing, etc. And envy is detrimental to spiritual development. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we read the story of Bhattacharya, who had one daughter, and one daughter was married to Amogha, who was very envious of the Lord. Amogha would just be spying on the Lord to catch some wrong statement that they may have made. So Bhattacharya had invited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, his wife, used to cook very fast. In 1 hour, cook 80 items, faster than microwave cooker. So, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya would stand at the gate where he didn't want his son-in-law to see what was being offered. So, one day, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya had to leave the door to help his wife. Amogha came in, saw all these 80 items on the table, and said, look at that false renunciate. Takes to sannyas, but he's more opulently than a real. So, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was so upset, they chased him away. A little later, Lord Chaitanya was asking Gopinath, how is Amogha? And Gopinath said, he's suffering from cholera, about to die. Lord Chaitanya went there, placed his hand on his chest, and said, as long as envy is there, Krishna will not reside. And then Amogha got completely transformed. he fell at the feet of the Lord. That's all. Point is, envy is deep. Envy is one of these ananta. Kam, krodh, moh, mad, matsarya. Envy, hatred. These are the ananta. So on the spiritual path, you also have this problem. Is that right? If you see someone performing very well, you become envious. If you see that somebody has something which you don't have, then you become envious. But envy should be avoided. It is spiritual envy where you try to do more than your colleague, but spiritual envy should be avoided. Envy comes because we are on a bodily platform. On a bodily platform, you don't recognize that our real goal is to engage in sin. And if we have these material desires, then we become envious. For example, if devotees go out to distribute books and there is transcendental competition, but this doesn't mean that we are envious or we're trying to pull them down. We should stay away from envy. And we can have spiritual envy. Spiritual envy means I try to do more than the other. So envy is one of the ananta. That's like greed, envy, hatred. They're all to be avoided. So we should not be envious. If you see that somebody has some quality or some ability we do not have, we don't have to be envious. The Lord has given everyone different abilities, and the Lord is pleased to be engaged in service according to our means and abilities. And if we keep envying, especially envy against brahmacharya, against women, very painful. Envy should be avoided. How can envy be avoided? When if we have transcendental knowledge. If we cultivate transcendental knowledge, then envy can be overcome. So, Prabhupada says in the purport, envious persons create disturbances among people in general. So, we should give up envy. These anarthas. How can you overcome these anarthas? Goswāmī says, Alo Shraddha Tadasaru. In the first place, you will have a sincere desire in the heart. What's that desire? I want to free myself from the anarthas, engage in devotional service. So when the Lord sees that you have a genuine desire to cultivate spiritual life, what does the Lord do? He gives him the required association. The required association comes to us through two mediums. One is the devotee bhakti, gives you association. And the other is book Bhagavad. You have the devotee Bhagavad and the Granth. We have innumerable examples of those who come to Kṛṣna consciousness by getting a book. So, we should aspire for devotee association. And if you have genuine association, then what will happen? Then you will receive knowledge of how to make spiritual advancement. And it's known as the process of bhajana kriya. If the bhajana kriya is being followed, then there will be nothing. So in our books, the Goswāmīs, they have very clearly explained how one can advance spiritually. So the holy names of the Lord are not different from the Lord. And anybody who says the holy names are material is offensive. The holy names of the Lord are descending from the spiritual world. And what do? The holy name transcends the heart. It can be a practical experience. Just with this chanting process, so many people got transformed. So these names of the Lord are spiritual, and they're coming from the spiritual world. One thinks that these are just mundane names. That's very offensive. So, the holy names of the Lord are no different from the Lord. And the holy name, we chant it by anyone, at any time. No discrimination. It's like the clouds pour water, and the water, all the mountain tops, falls on fertile land, etc. Similarly, holy name can be chanted by anyone, and get spiritual benefit. So, the Lord is telling Goswami in this verse that my devotees obtain spiritual association, and with spiritual association, they get attracted to the path of the devotional service. And the holy name of the Lord always translates. The holy name is coming from the spiritual world. Thakur Bhakti knows in his prayer, 𝐃𝐲𝐞𝐫𝐴 say, 𝐃𝐲𝐞𝐫𝐴 Gaurachandra bole, Utanita Jamaya Puja. Creation souls, please get up. And what do? Cultivate spiritual life. Begin with the chanting program. So the reality is, the holy names of the Lord are not from the Lord. And that's why we're able to chant day and night and not get tired. As Thakur, just chant how many times? 300,000. So the holy name of the Lord, because it is descending from the spiritual world, you can chant and you won't get tired. And anyone who thinks the holy name is mundane, is offensive. So Lord Chaitanya, when he was on a tour of South India, he met a devotee Ramandar and Sarvabhauma Acharya and his wife of the Lord. When he goes to South India, he will meet his great devotee, Ramandar, who was holding the position of a governor. So Ramananda Roy answered the questions that were presented to the Lord. One question that Ramananda Roy was asked, what is that song that one should always chant? And Ramananda Roy said, one should chant that song that glorifies Radha and Krishna. And what is that song? Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna Mahamantra that glorifies Radha and Krishna. And another question he was asked, what is the greatest distress a devotee can feel? What is the most painful activity for a devotee? That's like, you go to a doctor, you say, I'm experiencing severe pain. So Lord Chaitanya said, what is that one activity which is most painful for a Vaishnava? And what did Ramananda say? Apart from separation from devotees of Krishna, no unbearable happens. So when you get separated from devotees of the Lord, what does that result in?
Stress.
Unbearable pain. Unbearable unhappiness. So Ramananda Roy said, we should all go to associate with devotees. So most painful experience for a devotee is when he's separated from other devotees. And how does that happen? How do we get separated? We do Vaishnava Prahas. When we do Vaishnava Prahas against other Vaishnavas, what happens? You get separated from other devotees. You lose the opportunity to have devotee association. And then, once you're not in devotee association, then what happens? Then our spiritual life gets weaker and weaker. So we should be very careful of the devotional path. We avoid the path. So if we do Vaishnava path, then that has a negative effect. Sri Ramananda Roy said, when you get separated from devotees of Krishna, that is the greatest pain for a Vaishnava. So our prayer should be, we may avoid the 10 offenses and cultivate spiritual life. And on the spiritual path, we want to make suggestions. This is a harm. But out of envy, they criticize, that should be avoided. To summarize the verse, the Lord is explaining that due to association with devotees, they get to know knowledge or to approach me, the Supreme Lord. And devotees are anxious to associate with those who are more advanced. And by process of Shravanam Kirtanam, what takes place? So we should be anxious to associate with those who are more advanced. We should be anxious to serve all Vaishnavas. We should be anxious to be servant of the servant of the servant. In material life, everybody wants to be the boss. But in spiritual life, we're anxious to serve. Even in something insignificant, but we are anxious to serve. And if we serve the Lord, follow the instructions of advanced devotees, then what happens? Then change the margin the heart will get clear. Sometimes devotees say, I still have all these attachments. I've been chanting for so long. These attachments can be overcome by the power of bhakti, the power of pure bhakti. And if we do that, in the association of devotee, then devotional service becomes easier. And to execute devotional service becomes easier. So this principle of devotee association is mentioned in so many verses, which in every lecture we're talking about this. Because the Vaishnava path is the stumbling block on the path of devotional service. Therefore, we recite these offenses every morning. These offenses are not just for new bhaktas, but for new and old bhaktas. We are reminding ourselves that as long as we have these offenses, we will not be able to make spiritual progress. And we should abstain from criticizing, like pulling, due to envy, we make critical statements. We should avoid this path. And then it will be easier to see spiritually. Hare Krishna. I wanted to leave some time for question and answer. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for the wonderful Bhagavatam session, Guru Maharaj. My question is that in this verse we talked about devotee association. Sometimes across different ISKCON centers, we do want to have devotee association, but the mood of devotional service is very different. That could be because of different circumstances, that could be because of different local authorities. So how should one serve in such situation?
Repeat your question again.
Maharaj, we see that across different ISKCON centers, there could be different mode of devotional service. That could be because of the local authorities, that could be because...
I don't think that there is difference in the philosophy. Like there's no ISKCON center that will say, don't chant 16 rounds a day, or... The philosophy is intact. You can go to Africa, you can go anywhere in the world. Always going to be repeating philosophy. What may vary is the emphasis. Someone may talk more about book distribution, someone may talk less. But ultimately, these instructions also are based on Prabhupada's instructions, which are the same for everyone. The mood may be different because we're all individuals. We all have our own lifestyle. So, the basic instructions are the same. Chant Hare Krishna, Karpa Mangaladi, study the books, be a servant of the servant. These are there. And if there is a certain, we see certain variety in mood, but basic instructions remain the same. The style may be different, but they're all shooting for the same activity. Somebody sometimes somebody is very sweet, very humble, someone not so sweet. Oh, there may be some little variety. But the principle, the basic philosophy is the same. Yes.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Maharaj, you mentioned about envious or fault-finding nature. So how should we deal with the people who are envious of you or always trying to find a fault in you? Should we avoid them or should we be compassionate to them?
It's always a criticism. They're criticizing you all the time. Then, if they criticize you without any reason, then they have to take on the reaction also. And if somebody is engaged in fighting you, as a first step, you can humbly approach them and tell them, Prabhu, you say like this, but the truth is like this. But if they persist in criticizing you, that's already. Because what is the other alternative? Tit for tat. Tit for tat will result in both sides getting more aggressive. So it's better to take a humble position. And then, when there's something, if somebody commits a mistake, you will take on the reaction. Nobody is karma free. So, whether it's a senior devotee or a junior devotee, nobody is karma free. So everyone has to be given. I can't think, I'm a senior devotee, what do I say? They have to accept. So don't say strong.
Thank you.
Yeah. These chairs are really slippery.
Maharaj, you were saying that we have to behave differently with different devotees, more advanced, less advanced people. But the definition of Kanishta Adhikari is that he doesn't know who's advanced, who's not advanced. So how can you get to know the different devotees like this and how to deal with them?
How can you know who is more advanced? That's your question. Well, it's not difficult to see who is more advanced. But if you're in doubt, then take the help of some other senior devotee. You can speak to him. And if somebody is advanced and you indulge in fault finding, that's for good. And if you're in doubt whether this person is junior or more knowledgeable, take the help of another Vaishnava. But you can see by his talk, by the action, the advanced devotee is only talking about Krishna, only trying to engage in devotional service. He doesn't come and talk about the stock market or sporting leagues. No. We see by our action and Vani has to advance on you. More question? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. In the purport it talks about by engaging in the devotional service in the company of your devotees, one becomes very quickly attached to the service of Krishna and Krishna himself. Maharaj, could you please describe the symptoms of one who is attached to Krishna in the service?
Who is attached to?
Who is attached to Krishna or service to Krishna?
Example, some devotee.
The symptoms.
The symptoms of the person.
The symptom is he doesn't want to waste a minute. He doesn't want to indulge in prajalpa. He doesn't want to indulge in fault finding. He is only interested in talking about Krishna, talking about how to spread Krishna consciousness, how we can engage everyone devotional. The symptom of an advanced devotee, he takes no interest in prajalpa. He doesn't waste a minute. He doesn't spend his time in idle activity.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Gurudev, in the purport, Prabhupada emphasizes about ISKCON Society of Devotees in associating like 24 hours to make a program. But those people like myself and many of people here who don't live in the temple atmosphere and they don't have 24 hours association, what about them? What is?
Well, your point is, like you work, you're a doctor, you go to office. We don't have to associate with advanced devotees for 24 hours. If we follow their instructions and repeat it and practice it, that will give you the spiritual strength. If you're chanting around every day in the morning, that will give you spiritual strength. You don't have to necessarily stay in advanced devotees for 24 hours. If we follow the instructions, and that will automatically give you strength. We follow the instructions of the Acharya, like Prabhupada gave us some ground rules. If we follow those, then you'll automatically make spiritual advancement. There's so many letters that Prabhupada has written. If you follow the 4 regular principles, and chant 60 rounds, you'll definitely go back to Godhead. Lord Chaitanya made it very easy, and Prabhupada made it even easier.
In the lecture, I think he repeated like multiple times 2 points, that holy name is spiritual, and when we keep chanting the holy name, we never feel tired. I think he repeated like 3 times this statement. How can we understand? Theoretically, we know that holy name is spiritual, but how can we understand practically that holy name is spiritual? And there's a
You experience it every day. You chant the holy name every day.
So my question was,
Okay. The microphone keeps slipping. Someone should hold on to the microphone when it keeps slipping. So can somebody repeat the question?
So my question was, Guru Maharaj, how can we understand theoretically Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, the lectures of the Guru Maharaj, lecture of Śrīla Prabhupada and different spiritual masters, they keep emphasizing the one point, holy name is spiritual. But how can I understand practically that holy name is spiritual?
You chant the holy name, and you can go on chanting, and don't get tired.
That's not the case.
And we have to have faith in the words of the Scripture. The Scriptures describe the Scriptures have described the glories of the holy name. And we have experienced everything, we have the Acharyas. But if somebody is completely on the material platform, there is no desire to accept that, then he will deny the potency, or he may just not accept it. But any sincere person who chants, will feel, they can go on chanting. Yeah.
If that
You can't take a material name, let's say $1 bill. You can't repeat it. The holy name of the Lord you can repeat day and night and not get tired.
Yes, you're right, Maharaj. But when you say we chant the holy name day and night, we don't get tired. But the point is that I feel tired, so.
You may be physically tired, but the point is you won't feel. I've chanted the holy name so many times, I need a break. You never say, give me a break. The holy name, in fact, the nature of a devotee, you can't stay without the holy name. A devotee, if he is deprived of the opportunity to chant, he gets frustrated.
Thank you so much.
When we got separated from devotees in COVID days, devotees were so unhappy.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you for the wonderful class. So when we distinguish between Kanishta, Madhyam and Uttamadhikari devotees, so by distinguishing between all three classes of devotees, if we somehow distinguish a devotee in a Kanishta or Madhyam Adhikari, wouldn't be that counted as an aparadh if we made a mistake?
If you find that a senior devotee or a junior, well, we don't have to go around praising everyone, but some of the advanced devotee, their symptoms are known to everyone. We don't necessarily have a rate everyone we see. Yeah.
Guru Maharaj, you mentioned about Vapu and Vani association. Now in the age of internet, Vani association is available everywhere. So whom should we listen and whom should we not listen, Maharaj?
In terms of whose lectures you should listen, anyone who is a bona fide representative of Prabhupada and who is preaching the philosophy as it is, you can listen. But anyone who is not in our parampara and not speaking exactly what Prabhupada said, you can avoid. We know who these conscious devotees are, when devotees are not so ignorant.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Any more questions?
Maharaj, thank you very much. Nowadays, and it's kind of a very focused question, devotees might feel they can just either read books or even see devotees online. But could you tell about the significance of physically associating with devotees?
No doubt that physical association is very needed also. But practically speaking, the Vani plays a bigger role. And that's what Acharyas have said. Because the physical form is temporary. When Vyasadeva gave us all these scriptures, so we had to get attached to the Vani. We have to rely on the Vani. You can't, for example, have physical association all the time. Of course, these days, the days of technology, you can have videos. But Vani is more important than Babu. Another question?
Yes, Maharaj, I guess I wanted to hear how important it is. Vani is important, But
Vani is more important. Prabhupada met his spiritual master at best 5 or 6 times. That's all. He took his Vani to heart and gave him the service. Prabhupada didn't. So she had the opportunity to associate with the Guru a lot. He wants to say that himself. So, Vani, we didn't associate with Thakur Bhakti, but we have a Vani in the form of a book.
I think Guru Maharaj, what he means also to the question is then do we need to come to the temple physically, or can we just attend the programs online because we get the Vani? Is that partly what you're asking? The physical association, do we need to come to the temple?
maybe that's your question. That's your question.
They should come to the temple and take advantage of the physical association. Because physical association is also limited. You should come to the temple. Prabhupada built these beautiful temples. Why? You create an environment where we could go and associate. And can you imagine if we didn't have all these temples, what life would have been? Now you go to worship any city, there's a temple. You go to the Dham, there's a big temple. And Prabhupada's whole mood was to make these temples to create an environment where the followers of ISKCON would come in. Imagine if you didn't have Mayapur, Vrindavan, temple, how you would feel. Krishna empowered Prabhupada to do all these miracles just in a short time. And after Prabhupada's departure, we added more temples. Yeah.
Maharaj, about Vapu and Vani association. It is very difficult to bear the separation of the Vapu association. When we are with Guru Maharaj, it is so enlivening and so spiritually enriching. But we could not bear the separation from the devotees for long. So how to bear that separation pain? It's really difficult many times.
It may be difficult. It's a reality that you have to face up. Given the ISKCON movement, so many of our leaders have departed. But their followers are getting the association. And ISKCON is like a big joint family, which you have the father, the uncles, and the cousins all living in the same room. And everyone knows that Vapu is temporary. If something does happen to that, you worry. Yeah, let God brother take care. In fact, we see so many of our leaders have departed, but their disciples, followers, still working enthusiastically. Prabhupada created such an environment by which we can associate.
Thank you.
Maharaj, sometimes sometimes Maharaj, we do joke with devotees, not in a negative way, but in a positive way, to create a healthy, happy environment. And not on their backs, but in a group of devotees. Is that okay, like if we joke around?
It depends what the content of the joke is.
In a healthy way, to, so that everybody can laugh.
No, my point is, we have to know, joking, the word joke is very broad. You will be specific. In Krishna consciousness, we don't joke too much. Yeah, serious. Okay, anymore?
asking you to repeat the answer, I could not hear.
What was it?
To his question, what was your answer?
The answer.
He can restate his question.
So, Guru Maharaj, I was asking that if we joke around among devotees, not on their backs, but among devotees, and to create a happy mood, joyful mood, is that okay? And we are not offending the devotees?
No, if your intentions are good, if it's decent and encouraging, but devotees also smile, they also share jokes, but as long as it's not detrimental. If you look at Prabhupada's picture, he's always smiling. Okay. Thank you very much.
Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaja ki Maharaja ki Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare